Hello, everybody. Scooty Double 7 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 9-7 Chicago White Sox taking on the 8-9 Tampa Bay Rays. This is Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Chi-Sox and the Rays. And with that, the Rays are looking to tie the series up, but will they be able to do it, or will the White Sox pull ahead 2-1? We'll find out. And here is the starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. Leading off, the right fielder, Nick Swisher. Batting second, the shortstop, Jim Thome. Batting second, the shortstop, Orlando Cabrera. Batting third, the designated hitter, Jim Thome. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Paul Corneco. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Joe Creed. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Carlos Quinton. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Alexi Ramirez. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Juan Ubre. And batting ninth, the catcher, Toby Hall. On the mound for the Rays, it is Andy Somasatane. Comes into the game with a 6.24. He's got 1 win, 2 losses. He's pitched 17 1/3 of an inning, allowed 25 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. We're here at Tropicana Field, which gives a +2 to strikeouts and a +3 to walks. And with that, Nick Swisher steps up to the plate as the home plate umpire dusts off home plate. And we're ready to start. Swisher batting at .246. And here is the first pitch. And we are underway here in Tampa. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is going to be a walk. Swisher being a switch hitter, he's batting left today. So in that case, we're going to look to the left-handed side of the slash on Andy's card. That's going to be a walk on a 1-11. That is a 15. And they're going to start off by walking Nick Swisher. So Swisher will trot on down to first. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Tampa Bay Rays. Crawford is out there in left field. Upton will be in center. Gomes in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Longoria at third, Barnett at short, Iwamura is on second, Hinsky at first, Riggins behind the plate, and Andy is on the mound. Strategy rolls a 2, infield at double play depth. Orlando Cabrera batting a .254, and here is the pitch. Cabrera, 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. That is a 4. Struck him out. And 1 away, and that's going to bring up Jim Thome. Thome batting a .242. Strategy rolls a 1. That's going to be a hit and run attempt. So on a hit and run, all ground double plays get a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Home run and walks are cut in half, and we round those down. Lineouts are considered a double play, and should Jim Thome strike out, we'll resolve it as if Swisher was to steal second. Jim Thome is up. He's batting a .242, infield double play depth, and the pitch. 6-5, column 6, row 5. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 1-13, it's a wild pitch. On a 14-15, it's a passed ball. It's a 20. Nothing happens. 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's a ground ball to Iwamura. And let's take a look. Is it a double play? Andy is a 0. Barnett, who is the pivot, is a 0. Hit to a G4. The pivot is going to be the shortstop. As we take a look at the double play pivot table there. So it is a 2 for Thome, and we're going to roll 1d6. That is equal to the 4. So with that, Swisher will advance. And in this case, the out is at first. So 2 outs, and Nick Swisher is on second, and that's going to bring Paul Konecko. He's betting a 226. Strategy rolls a 2, infield normal depth with 2 outs. And the pitch, 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is going to be a walk on a 21. That is a 14. That's going to be a walk, and that's going to be the second walk allowed by Andy. And next up, it's going to be Joe Creed. Creed batting a 321. Strategy rolls a 13. And the pitch. Runners on first and second. That's going to be a 5-2. Column 5, row 2. That is going to be a walk. On a 1-15, that is an 11. And that's going to load the bases. So, as the bases are loaded, Carlos Quinton comes up. He's batting a 429. Strategy rolls a 10. Infield at normal depth. The pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be another walk. On a 1-19, that is a 9. They're going to walk in a run. And he gave up 4 walks and 1 run. Alexi Ramirez, batting a 259. Strategy rolls a 3. 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a blank. 2-4, column 2, row 4. That's going to be a single to Longoria. Creed will get the hold sign. Quinton gets held up at second and third. Creed will go from second to home on a base run rating of a 5 through 6. That is a 2. And Quinton would go from first to third on a 6 only. It's 2-0 Chicago. Juan Ubre batting a 267. Strategy roll is an 11. 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. 3-1, column 3, row 1, double star 4. It's a ground ball to Longoria. He'll make the catch. And retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors. And as the White Sox leave them loaded, we go to the bottom of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. Leading off the second baseman, Akinori Iwamura. Batting second, the left fielder, Carl Crawford. Batting third, the center fielder, B.J. Upton. Batting fourth, the designated hitter in the cleanup position, Carlos Pena. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Johnny Gomes. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Eric Hinsky. Batting eighth, the catcher, Sean Riggins. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Jason Barnett. On the mound for the White Sox, it is Mark Brujarli. Comes in the game with a 6.35 ERA. He's got 1 win, 2 losses. He's pitched 17 innings, allowed 28 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Iwamura batting a 297. And here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. Home run chance on a 1-5. That is a 2. We need a 1 or a 2. It's a 13. It's too high. 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's a fly ball out there to Quinton. And that'll be out number 1. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Chicago White Sox. Quinton is out there in left field. Ramirez at center. Swisher at right field, going around the horn. We've got Creed on third, Cabrera at short, Ubre at second, Cornico at first, Hall behind the plate, and Mark is on the mound. Carl Crawford batting a 197 with 1 out, nobody on, and here is the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6, that's going to be a hit by pitch. Mark will give a -4, that makes it a 0, the 15 is too high. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a fly ball to Swisher. and out number 2. 2 away, and BJ Upton batting a .217, and the pitch. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Once again, that's a hit by pitch. That is a 0. The 7 is too high. 5-3, column 5, row 3. That's going to be good for a base hit to Creed down the third baseline. He'll smack it into the hole there, and Creed and Cabrera will both go after it, and when they turn around, Upton is on base. With 2 outs, steal attempt, they're not going to send him with 2 outs. Carlos Pena is up. He's batting a .242. Not going to send him with 2 outs. 6-6, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-18, that is a 17. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and one left on. After 1, White Sox 2, Rays nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Toby Hall, Nick Swisher, and Orlando Cabrera due up for the White Sox. Toby Hall batting a .273, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout. On a 1-15, the 16 is too high. 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a ground ball to Hinske. He'll make the play and put out number 1 on the board. Nick Swisher with a walk and a run scored. We go to the top of the order, and here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank, and we consider that a blank right now because Andy has not faced his allotted number of batters. That's the first number that counts down every time a batter comes up. The second number is their pull rating, so anytime they get a hit, a walk, a run, anytime they make it on base, that pull number will go down. So in this case, it stays at 5, and Andy can face 17 more batters. We go to Swisher now for the roll. 2-5, column 2, row 5. It's going to be a ground ball to Iwamura, and that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Cabrera, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a ground ball back to Andy. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So the Rays make quick work of the White Sox. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. Evan Longoria, Johnny Gomes, Eric Hinske due up for the Rays. Evan Longoria batting a .273, and the pitch. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-13, that is a 9. That's good for a walk. So Longoria's on with the base with a walk, and that's the first walk allowed by Mark in this game. Double play depth for the infield, Johnny Gomes. He's batting a .200. Strategy roll 17, Rays holding off, and the pitch. 6-1, column 6, row 1. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-18. That is a 7. Struck him out. So 1 away. Longoria is on, and Eric Hinske is up. Hinske batting a .275. Strategy roll is a 3, and the pitch. 3-5, column 3, row 5. That's going to be a range play. Now, on a range play, we're going to check the first number in the outfielder's arm. And that's going to be 2-6, column 2, row 6. That's a ground ball to Cabrera. We're going to check his range. Cabrera's range is on a 1-3. That is a 5. It goes through his glove, and it gets by him. So with that, Longoria will go to second. The stop sign goes up. He would advance from first to third on a 5-6. Sean Riggins up. Riggins is batting a 207. Strategy roll is a 12. Rays holding off. Infield still at double play depth. The pitch, 6-2, column 6, row 2. That is a blank. We're going to roll for Sean. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a double to Quentin. So with that, and the reason we consider it a double is Mark is a left-handed pitcher. So on the batter's card, it's the same thing as when we look on the pitcher card. Depending if the pitcher or the batter is left or right-handed, determines the side of the slash that we look on. So the Rays are on the board. It's 2-1 still, White Sox. Pinsky will go to third. The stop sign goes up. And that's going to bring up Jason Barnett. Barnett is batting a 300. Strategy rolls a 1. Rays holding off. The pitch, 2-5, column 2, row 5. That's going to be a range play. 6-2, column 6, row 2. It's a ground ball to Oubre. Oubre's range is on a 1-2. That is a 4. It cuts right in front of him. He makes a diving catch, but can't get it. And it got past him, and the Rays tie it up and puts the runners on the corners. Sean Riggins will go to third. The stop sign for Riggins goes up. He'll go from second to home on a 2-6. He'll hold. And we'll go to the top of the order. Iwamura, who is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 6. And the pitch, infield playing in. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-13. That is a 3. Struck him out. So 2 outs, and with 2 outs and runners on base, we add a +1 to the base run rating. Carl Crawford is up. He's batting a 194. Strategy roll is an 18, and here is the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a ground ball to Cabrera. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on for the Rays. After 2, we're all squared. We go to the top of the third. It's Jim Thome, Paul Cornecco, and Joe Creed due up for the White Sox. Jim Thome is 0 for 1, and the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-15. That is an 11. Struck him out. And that'll put 1 away. Paul Cornecco is 0 for 0. He has a walk and a run scored. And here is the pitch. 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. 5-6, column 5, row 6. Double star 1 has a fly ball back there to Crawford. He'll go back, make the catch, and put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, Joe Creed, who also walked his last time up, and the pitch. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a blank. 3-5, column 3, row 5. Fly ball back there to Upton. He'll go over, make the catch, and retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Rays retire the Sox in order. We go to the bottom of the third. B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena, and Evan Longoria due up for the Rays. B.J. Upton, 1 for 1 today, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. Upton being a right-handed batter, we look to the right-handed side on the pitcher card. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a fly ball to Ramirez. He'll see it, eye it up, and squares it off in his glove, 1 away. Carlos Pena, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and the pitch. 2-1, column 2, row 1, range play at the ballpark. Anytime you roll the at symbol or the RP with the at symbol, you're going to consult the ballpark card. Every team's got their home ballpark, and we're going to consult Tropicana Field for this play. It's going to be a range play. 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's a ground ball to Ubre. His range is on a 1 to 4. That is a 3. No, he'll make the catch, as he'll take the hit away and put 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down. Evan Longoria has a walk and a run scored, and here is the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a blank. And that's going to be 2-4, column 2, row 4. And that's going to be a fly ball to Ramirez. He'll make the catch and retire to the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the White Sox return the favor and retire the Rays in order, 3 up, 3 down. After 3, we're still tied at 2. We go to the top of the 4th. Carlos Quinton, Alexi Ramirez, and Juan Ubre due up for Chicago. Carlos Quinton with a walk and an RBI, and here is the pitch. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 10. The 18 is too high. 5-2, column 5, row 2, and that's going to be a line drive to Longoria, as he'll make the catch and put 1 away. Alexi Ramirez is 1 for 1 with an RBI. The pitch. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 9. That is a 6. Struck him out. And that's his 3rd strikeout of the game so far. Juan Ubre, 0 for 1. The pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4. Strikeout on a 1 to 13. The 14 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6, and that is going to be a double to Gomes. And what that is off the wall, and Juan Ubre is on with a base hit. Toby Hall, 0 for 1. Strategy roll 7, runner on second with 2 outs, and here is the pitch. Infield normal depth, 5-4. Column 5, row 4, that's going to be a blank. 6-5, column 6, row 5, double star, that's going to be a ground ball to Barnett, who'll make the catch and retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Johnny Gomes, Eric Kinski, and Sean Riggins due up for Tampa Bay. Johnny Gomes 0 for 1 with a strikeout and the pitch. 5-2, column 5, row 2, home run on a 1 to 20. That is a 12. That ball is out of here. Solo home run for Johnny Gomes. Fly ball, that's his 2nd home run. It's a solo home run. Puts the Rays up by a run, and he hits that down the left field line. Quinton can't even see it, and that ball is into the stands. Eric Kinski is 1 for 1 with a run scored, and here is the pitch. 6-3, column 6, row 3, strikeout on a 1 to 11. The 19 is too high. 4-2, column 4, row 2. Fly ball to Quentin. He'll make the catch and put one away. Sean Riggins, 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI, and here is the pitch. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a strikeout. On a 1-14, that is a 6. Struck him out. 2 away. That's going to bring up Jason Barlett. Barlett is 1 for 1 with an RBI, and here is the pitch. 4-4, column 4, row 4. Strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 1. Struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on for the Rays. After 4, it's Tampa Bay 3, Chicago 2. We go to the top of the 5th. Nick Swisher, Orlando Cabrera, Jim Thome due up for the White Sox. Top of the order, Nick Swisher, who's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Andy can face 8 more batters before he's considered tired. 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1-15, the 20, however, is too high. Outside of the range, 1-5, column 1, row 5. Ground ball to Hinsky. Out number 1. 1 away. Orlando Cabrera, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And here is the pitch. Cabrera, 6-5, column 6. Row 5, it's a foul ball, wild pitch, smacks it into the stands, and we're just going to re-roll the dice as a fresh hit comes up. 2-1, column 2, row 1, that is a strike. On a 1-8, that is a 5. Struck him out. And that'll put 2 away. And Jim Thome is up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the pitch. 3-3, column 3, row 3, hit by pitch. That is a 2. The 16 is too high. Remember, Andy gives a -3 to hit by pitch rating. 3-5, column 3, row 5, ground ball back to Andy. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Hinsky for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Very easy, and the score as the Rays retire the Sox in order. Ewan Moore, Carl Crawford, and B.J. Upton due up for Tampa Bay. Top of the order, Ewan Moore. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Mark can face 9 more batters. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a blank. 1-5, column 1, row 5. Ground ball to Ubre. And that is out number 1. 1 away, and Carl Crawford is up. He's 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3. Double question mark, single on a 1-8, that is a 10. So the double question mark is the only one we follow when that comes up for right now. 2-2, column 2, row 2, and that's going to be a base hit out there in the right field. And that'll put Carl Crawford on base with a single. Strategy rolls a 4, steal attempt comes up. They are going to send him. That is a 10, that's a 17, and that's going to be good for a stolen base. As Crawford was still second, as B.J. Upton, who's 1 for 2, takes the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5, that is a blank. 6-5, column 6, row 5, line drive to Ubre. And no double up there, so that's going to be a 2 outs. And with 2 outs, remember we had a +1 to the base run rating. So Crawford's base run rating goes from a 3 to a 4 when there's 2 outs. Carlos Pena is 0 for 2 with a strikeout, steps up. Strategy roll is a 6. Rays holding off, and the pitch. 5-3, column 5, row 3, double question mark on a 16. That's a 1-8 range. The 16 is too high. 5-5, column 5, row 5, double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball to Swisher. He'll go back, sees it, makes the catch. and retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on after 5. It's Rays 3, Sox 2. We go to the top of the 6th. Paul Cornecco, Joe Creed, and Carlos Quinton due up for Chicago. Paul Cornecco, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, steps up, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be 2-5. Column 2, row 5. That's going to be a range play at Tropicana Field. And he can face 5 more batters. 1-2, column 1, row 2. It's a double star 3. Iramora's range is on a 1-3. That is a 4. He can't make it. And with that, Paul Cornecco is on with a base hit. So with that, Iwamura is 4 for 12 on range plays. He's about 33% right now. No errors, though. And with that, Joe Creed is up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Strategy roll is a 9. And that is going to be a 6-4. Column 6, row 4. That is a blank. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Fly ball to Upton. He goes back, makes the catch, and puts 1 away. Carlos Quinton, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Strategy roll 6. White Sox holding off, and here is the pitch. Infield double play depth. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is a blank. 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be a double to Upton. And with that, Cornecco will go to third. The stop sign goes up. He'll hold. Strategy die is a 20. Anytime a 20 comes up, it is a pickoff attempt. Andy picks off on a 1 and a 1 only, and 19 is too high. 1-6, column 1, row 6, error on a possible throw. 3-5, that's going to be a fly ball to Crawford. Error range for Crawford is on a 1-5. That error is going to be the number in the bracket. That is a 12. There is no error there. And that's going to be 2 outs, but that's going to be a sacrifice play as the White Sox come back to tie the game up at 3 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Juan Ubre is 1 for 2 with a double. Strategy roll is an 11, and here is the pitch. 2-4, column 2, row 4, strikeout on a 1-13. That is a 10. Struck him out. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Evan Longoria, Johnny Gomes, and Eric Hinske due up for the Rays. And with that, Mark Brewer can face 5 more batters. Evan Longoria, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and the pitch. 1-1, column 1, row 1. That is going to be a blank. 5-2, column 5, row 2. That's going to be a double to Ramirez. And with that, we have an Evan Longoria will lead off with a double. Close game between both teams. Johnny Gomes, who is 1 for 2 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI, steps up. Strategy roll is a 7. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's a strikeout on a 1-18. That is a 9. Struck him out. And that's going to bring up Eric Hinske. Hinske is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Strategy roll 14. Rays holding off, and the pitch. 1-5, column 1, row 5. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 1-8, it's a wild pitch. On a 9, it's a passed ball. It's an 11. Nothing happens. 6-6, column 6, Row 6, ground ball to Corneco. And that is going to be an out, but Longoria will go to third. So we have a runner in scoring position, and that's going to bring up Sean Riggins, who is 1 for 2 with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 9, and the pitch. 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a blank. And that's going to be 4-4, column 4, row 4. It's a ground ball to Ubre. He'll make the catch and retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the after 6. We're tied at 3. We go to the top of the 7th. Toby Hall, Nick Swisher, Orlando Cabrera due up for Tampa Bay. For Chicago. Andy is done. He is tired, so the Rays are going to go to their bullpen. And they are going to bring in, we have a right switch right. I want to say they're going to bring in Grant. Yeah, they're going to bring in Grant Belfour. That is his card. Actually, excuse me there, chat. Gary Glover. They're going to bring in Gary Glover instead. That is his card. Glover will come into the game with a 6.0 ERA. He's got no wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look at the stats here. For Andy, he went 6 innings, allowed 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts, an ERA of a 5.80. So 9-1-2 for Gary Glover. Toby Hall 0 for 2, and the pitch. 5-6, column 5, row 6. That's going to start off with a range play. And the range is going to be on a 1-1. It's going to be a pop-up, column 1, row 1, pop-up to Iwamura. His range is on a 1-2. Range is on a 1-3. That is a 2. He'll make the catch. And with that, he is now 5 for 13. Goes up to about 38% for those catches. Nick Swisher, top of the order, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run, and the pitch. 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's going to be good for a base hit to Crawford. And with that, Swisher is on with a base hit. Hit and run attempt. Strategy rolls a 3, so that's going to be a hit and run. Remember, on a hit and run, all groundable plays get a -2. Base run ratings will get a +2. Home run and walks are cut in half. We round those down. Lineouts are considered double plays. And should Cabrera strike out, will resolve the play as a steal for Swisher. 6-3, column 6, row 3. That's going to be a strikeout on a 1-8. The 18 is too high. 3-4, column 3, row 4. That's going to be a fly ball to Upton, who will make the catch and put 2 away. Jim Tomei, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 14. They are going to let him take the hit here. And that's going to be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. Range play at Tropicana Field. 2-1, column 2, row 1. It's a double star 1. It's going to be a fly ball to Upton. Upton's range is on a 1-4. That is a 1. He'll make the catch and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." So no runs, one hit, no errors, and one left on. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Jason Barnett, Iwamura, and excuse me, Carl Crawford due up for the Rays. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 innings have been played here in Tampa. The White Sox scored 2 runs in the first, a run in the sixth. They've been shut out through 2 through 5. 3 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Tampa Bay came back, tied the game up in the second inning with 2 runs. They took the lead in the fourth inning. 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. 12 hits between both teams right now as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Jason Barnett looking at Mark. He can face one more batter. The bullpen for the White Sox warming up as we speak. Jason Barnett, who is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and an RBI. And that is going to be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Possible error on a throw. And that's going to be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4. That's going to be a single to Quinton. His error range is a 1 to 7. That is a 16. And we get this little note here. Throwing only applicable if we're rolling for a run or advancement. Otherwise, no errors. So there is no error. And with that, Barnett is on with a base hit. Crawford, tired. They are going to leave him in for one more. Iwamura, we go to the top of the order, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and the pitch. Strike roll, by the way, is a 14, 3-1, column 3, row 1, that is a blank. Rays holding off. Infield, double play depth. 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a double star 4. It's a ground ball to Corneco. And that is going to be on a fielder's choice. No, that's going to be a double play. Sorry, it's a double play. Cabrera is a 0. That is a 2. That is a 1. And they'll take 2 off. And with that, Carl Crawford, who is 1 for 3, steps up. Here is the pitch. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-5, column 3. Row 5, range play. 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's going to be a pop-up to Creed, who will make the catch. Creed's range is in a 1 to 4. That is a 4. He'll make the catch. And retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on for the Rays after 8. We're tied at 3. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Paul Corneco, Joe Creed, and Carlos Quinton due up for the White Sox. Let's take a look at Iwamura's range. He is still 5 for 13. He's 5 for 13. And that's going to bring up Paul Corneco, who is 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs. Gary Glover going to come out. So Ray's going to once again make their call to the bullpen. And this time they're going to bring in Dan Wheeler. Dan Wheeler comes in. That is his card. Wheeler will come in the game with a 3.40 ERA. He's got no wins, no losses. 3 saves. He's pitched 5 1/3 of an inning. Allowed 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Gary Glover, who went 1 inning. Allowed 1 hit, an ERA of a 5.14. 4, 5, and 6 for Darren Wheeler. Paul Corneco, who is 1 for 2 today with a walk and 2 runs. And the pitch. 5-1, column 5. Row 1, that is a blank. 2-2, column 2. Row 2, that's going to be a single past Crawford. And with that, Paul Corneco is on with a base hit. So with that, Paul Ozuna. They're going to bring in Paul Ozuna to pinch run. Here. Joe Creed is up. Creed is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. with a walk. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 15, that is a 12, and that's going to be good for a walk. So Azuna goes to second, Creed on first, no outs and runners on first and second. Strategy rolls at 19. Carlos Quinton, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk, with a double, a walk, and an RBI. And the pitch. 4-5, column 4, row 5. That's going to be a wild pitch on a 1 to 2. It's a pass ball. It's a 7, nothing happens. 1-3, column 1, row 3, double star 4. That's going to be a flying ball to Upton. Upton makes the catch and puts one away. Alexi Ramirez, who is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and 2 RBIs, steps up. Strategy rolls a 2, and here is the pitch. 2-3, column 2, row 3. That's going to be a walk. On a 1 to 7, 17 too high. 6-3, column 6, row 3. It's a fly ball to Upton and 2 away. Azuna will get the hold sign. It's a -2. Juan Ubre, who is 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout, steps up. Dan Wheeler tired. Strategy rolls a 12. And the pitch. 1-3, column 1, row 3. Possible error on a ground ball. 3-2, column 3, row 2. That's going to be a base hit to Upton. Error range for Upton is on a 1 to 4. That is a 20. No error there. And with that, the bases are loaded. So we roll a 1. We have a 1 for the runner advancement. Tells us to check the second die. That is a 3. So on both of these, it will say to check for the lead runner. Pablo Azuna is the lead runner, so he will score. Creed's base run rating is a 0. And with that, that is a 3. So the 3 is higher than the 0. Creed will get the hold sign and holds up Ubre at first. Strategy roll is a 20. It's a pickoff attempt. Dan doesn't pick anyone off, but that is an 11. Toby Hall, 0 for 3. Got to take the hit here. 6-6. Column 6, row 6, home run. That is a 0. That is a 4. Does not. The 4 is too high. 3-3. Column 3, row 3. Instead, that's going to be a fly ball to Gnomes, who will make the catch and retire the side. So with that, Swisher will be at first and at right field. They are going to bring in Dwayne Rice. So Wise will take over at right field. Swisher will go to first on that. Mark Brewhall will step out of the game as they make the call to the bullpen. And we look to Chicago's bullpen. And right, left, right. And they're going to bring in Scott Lindbergh. That is his card. Limbrick will come into the game with a 1.91 ERA. He's got 1 win, no losses. He's pitched 4 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. He's going to face against B.J. Upton, Carlos Pena, and Evan Longoria for the Tampa Bay Rays. Taking a look at the stats here for Mark. He went 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 5.63. B.J. Upton, who is 1 for 3, steps up, and here is the pitch. Upton, 3-4, column 3, row 4, possible error on a throw. 2-6, column 2, row 6. It's a fly ball to Quinton. He'll make the catch. Error range for Quinton is on a 1 to 7. That is a 16, no error there, 1 away. Carlos Pena is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, and here is the pitch. They're going to let him take the hit, 1-2. Column 1, row 2. That is a blank. Double star on a 1 to 11. That is a 10. And that's going to be a ground ball to Creed. Creed will make the catch and put 2 away. In the game on the double star line, off of the pitcher's card, you're going to roll 1d6 to determine what the auto out is. Otherwise, in the PC game, like what we're playing here, it's completely random. Evan Longoria is 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a run. 3-3, column 3, row 3. Strikeout plus on a 1 to 25. Now, on a strikeout plus, we add 10 to that range. Plus the ballpark factor. In this case, it's going to be a +2. We add 12. That's a 25. That is an 18. And that's going to be good for a walk. For a strikeout, sorry. Struck him out looking. No run. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 8. Chicago 4, Tampa Bay 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Nick Swisher, Orlando Cabrera, and Jim Thome do up for the White Sox. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Let's take a look at the box score here at Tampa Bay after 8 innings have been played. Chicago scoring 2 runs in the first, a run in the 6th, a run in the 7th, giving them 4 runs on 7 hits and no errors committed in this game. Tampa Bay scored 2 runs in the 2nd, a run in the 4th, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They've been shut out through inning number 5. Top of the 9th and dealing, Dan Wheeler is done. And we have a switch right left. And they're probably going to bring in Grant Belfour. Actually, they're going to bring in Troy. Troy will come in. He does have a special K rating. That is his card. We'll talk about that special K rating when that comes up. Troy comes into the game with an 8.49 ERA. He's got no wins, no losses, 2 saves. He's pitched 5 1/3 of an inning, allowed 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. No, the only change that they're going to do is they're going to pull Johnny Gomes out in right field. And they are going to go with Fernando Perez to cover in right field. Everyone else is going to stay where they are. Top of the order, Nick Swisher will come in. Let's take a look at the stats here for dealing Dan Wheeler, I like to call him. He's got he pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, an ERA of a 4.28. Swisher, 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, remember, we add 10 plus the ballpark. In this case, it's going to be a 13 range. On a 1 to 25, that is a 6, and that's going to be good for a walk for Swisher. So Swisher will go to first. Strategy rolls an 8 infield at double play depth, and Orlando Cabrera is up. Cabrera 0 for 4 today with a strikeout, and they're not going to let Cabrera take the hit. Instead, they're going to bring in Brian Anderson. Anderson will pinch hit here. Anderson, 8 games, 4 at-bats. He's got 1 run and 1 RBI. That's what we have for him so far in this replay. Strategy rolls a 10, and here is the pitch. 1-2, column 1, row 2, possible error on a ground ball. Now we'll get into the special K rating. We'll first take a look at that on a 1 to 6. The 12 is too high. Now we'll resolve the roll. 5-3, column 5, row 3. Double star 2, that's going to be a fly ball to Crawford. And out number 1. Infield still at double play depth as Jim Thome will come up. He's 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 15, they're going to leave him in. 2-6, column 2, row 6, that's going to be a range play. 18 outside of the range. It's got 1 to 6 as well for left-handed batters. 4-5, column 4, row 5. Fly ball to Perez. Perez's range is on a 1 to 4. That is a 1. He'll make the catch. And Perez is 1 for 1. He's batting 1,000 for those range checks so far. Pickoff attempt, strategy roll is a 20. Troy doesn't pick anyone off. Strategy roll, that would have been a 10. And here's the pitch to Weiss. Weiss batting a 600. 1-5. Column 1, row 5. That's going to be a home run on a 1 to 13. That is a 3. That is a 2-run home run. Down the right field side, Perez goes back. It's into the stands. It is gone. It's 6-3 White Sox. Troy going to stay in for 1 more batter. Joe Creed is 0 for 2 today with 2 walks. And that's going to be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, home run on a 1 to 18. That's a 15, and that's going to be back-to-back homers. It's 7-3. And with that, Troy is getting pulled as we bring in Grant Belfour. Grant will come in. That is his card. He also has a special K rating, but a little bit higher. He's 1 to 10 on his special K ratings for both left and right-handed batters. Belfour, no ERA. He's pitched 7 innings, allowed 1 hit, 14 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Carlos Quentin is up. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a run, and an RBI. And the pitch to Quentin. 6-6, column 6, row 6, strikeout on a 1 to 10. The 11 is too high. Special K rating on a 19, the 1 to 10, 19 outside of the range, 5-5, column 5, row 5. It's a fly ball to Perez. And that'll be out number 3. That will retire the side, and we need a shortstop. Ubre is at second. Yep. So with that, Ubre will play shortstop, and at second base, they're going to bring in Chris Getz. So those are the changes that they've made. And Scott Lindbergh is going to come out of the game, and they are going to bring in Bobby Jenkins to pitch to try to close out this game. Bobby Jenkins, let's take a look at his card. That is his card. Comes in the game with a 3.60 ERA. He's got no wins, 1 loss, 2 saves. He has pitched 5 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Fernando Perez, Eric Hinske, and Sean Riggins due up for the Rays. Rays down by 4, and we don't want to take a look at the box score. We want to take a look at the stats here for Scott Limbrick, who went 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 1.58. Fernando Perez, and here is the pitch. He's a switch hitter, batting left. 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a blank. 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a ground ball to Swisher. He'll make the catch and put 1 away. Eric Hinske is 1 for 3 today. And with that, 3-5, column 3, row 5, that is a blank. And they're going to intentionally walk Hinske. That is an intentionally walk. So Hinske will go. They're going to set up for a double play as Sean Riggins comes up. Strategy rolls are turned off. And how we know that they're turned off, we take the difference in the score. In this case, it's a 4-run game. We take the number 4, add it to the inning that we were in. We're in the 9th inning. The number is 13. If the number is higher than 10, there is no strategy. Infield double play depth as Sean Riggins comes up. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. Hinske and they're going to let Willie Abar come in to pinch run. So Abar is on first as a pinch runner. Sean Riggins, who is 1 for 3, and here is the pitch. 4-6, column 4, row 6, strikeout on a 1-13. That is a 20. The 20 is too high. 3-3, column 3, row 3. It's a fly ball out there to Ramirez. And that'll be out number 2. So 2 away. Jason Barnett, the Rays down to the last out. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout and an RBI. And here is the pitch. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's a strikeout. On a 1-10, that is an 8. Struck him out. And that is the ball game as the Chicago White Sox defeat the Tampa Bay Rays of a 7-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on for the Rays at the bottom of the 9th. Final line score coming right up. Chicago defeating Tampa Bay, final score 7-3. White Sox, 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Rays, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Mark Burley will pick up his 2nd win, and Dan Wheeler will pick up his 1st loss of the game. Dwayne Weiss and Joe Creed both pick up home runs. Dan Rice, his 1st home run of the replay. Joe Creed hits his 4th. Johnny Gomes hits his 2nd home run of the replay. Taking a look at the stats here from Mark Burley, who's 2 wins, 2 losses right now. 7 innings pitched, allowed 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 home run, and an ERA of a 5.63. Dan Wheeler will pick up his 1st loss. He got 1 inning pitched, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and ERA of a 4.28. Taking a look here for Troy Pravical. He went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 home runs, an ERA of a 12.0. And Grant went the other third of the inning, no ERA there. Bob Jenkins, 1 inning, allowed 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and ERA of a 3.0. So with that, the Chicago White Sox will improve to 10-7, and the Tampa Bay Rays will drop to 8-10. That's going to do it for us here in Tampa Bay. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up when you're way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go live, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.